was not there. Was she unwell or?
I don't know. I checked, but maybe if there was a quota system, then I think presumption is that she's meeting Obama anyway because he meets the leader of the opposition tomorrow. So in that capacity, she meets him.
Okay, yeah. Did you mention Kani Mori was there?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she was there as well. So there were a lot of young first-time.
Priya Dutt was there too.
And Priya Dutt was there. Meenakshi Natarajan, you mentioned?
Meenakshi Natarajan was there, yes.
First-time MP.
Yes.
And actually, Obama, Priya Dutt and Meenakshi Natarajan were standing next to me, and Obama was talking to them and said, "But you two don't look old enough to be in politics. You need grey hair like mine." And Priya Dutt said, "It's already going grey." He said, "No, not enough," and moved on. So there was that kind of. He was quite charming, I thought.
But I tell you what, one more aside. Since you decided not to talk about the music, I might.
Okay, here.
Because one of the numbers played is Meri Zohra Zami Tujhe Malum Nahi. Now you don't know that much about Hindi cinema.
I do.
But
don't test me.
And you're too young to know Hindi cinema of the 60s. But this is a famous, eternal, all-time favorite that is played at people's 50th or 60th wedding anniversaries. Because this is a tribute from film Waqt, from a man to his wife of many, many decades. So it's almost like saying you're celebrating a long old relationship, which is not entirely true because we had 35 years of freeze in Indo-US relationship. But I don't know whether someone chose it deliberately, or if they chose it deliberately, did they explain it to the Americans?
I'm sure somebody must have, because they're so meticulous. Which music are you going to play? No, that sounds. Natasha, you've had enough, or you want a little more information?
Just one last question before we let you call it a day, Dr. Roy, which is, given what you saw this evening, were there any indications on what is expected to come up tomorrow? What can we expect? Any indication what we can expect tomorrow in that address to Parliament, perhaps?
There was actually no speeches. There was no, no talk about this particular visit in a public sense. Whatever was said was kind of off the record at each table. So I think one should at least respect that much of.
Yes, absolutely.
But interesting was the names of the table. Each table was named, Natasha.
Each table was named. Each of the 12 tables was named after a famous American. And the interesting thing was that this also included some American Indians, for example, or Indian Americans. For example, I was on a table called Chawla, which was named after Kalpana Chawla. There was one called Chandrasekhar, but there was also...
There was one Bose, huh? Don't forget the Bengalis.
Oh, absolutely.
Please, I was on Borlaug.
And Bengali American.
Bengali American,
and
the best.
There was Borlaug, and there was Bowles, after Chester Bowles, and there was Rosenthal, I presume after Abe Rosenthal, who was the first New York Times correspondent to Delhi, and a friend of Nehru's. So this was, I think, an interesting touch.
Right. Anything else you can ask, and or you can tell us to go home?
Any interaction, Dr. Roy, between, say, Barack Obama and Rahul Gandhi, for instance? Did you catch any of that?
Yeah, they were at the same table, and it was a kind of very light-hearted. Whenever you turned, they were kind of laughing. The main table, any interaction between Barack Obama and Rahul Gandhi?
Well, I can say I saw Rahul nod a lot.
Right. Yeah, there was, because they spent, 1.5 hours together at the dinner table at close proximity. So obviously there was a lot of interaction.